morning, Birmingham, Tuscaloosa, Anniston, and all of Central Alabama. This is the CBS 42 Morning News with Art Franklin.
Good morning and welcome to CBS 42 Morning News. I'm Art Franklin. It is 4:30.
Yes, good morning to you. I'm Jamie Langley. We're happy you're joining us today on this Monday.
We are indeed on this Monday. Let's get a check on our weather with Storm Track meteorologist Ashley Gann.
Cold out there this morning. I had to crank up the heat as I came into work this morning, and the seat warmers. Temperatures right now in the 30s. Look at Anniston, our cold spot right there on the screen, 29 degrees. A light west-southwest wind. We're seeing just a few clouds here in Birmingham with temperatures sitting at 33 in the Magic City, 32 in Tuscaloosa at this hour. I don't foresee us seeing a whole lot of issues this morning other than it just being very cold out there. Coleman's at 26, Double Springs is at 26 with Jasper at 27. Lots of 20s, especially in North Alabama, really north of Interstate 20 there. Lower to mid 30s down towards our south. Here's a breakdown of your day hour by hour. A couple of clouds this morning turning into a bright sun-filled sky this afternoon. Temperatures will all be on their way into the low to mid 40s by 10 o'clock. Although we only stop in the 50s this afternoon, warm-ups heading our way this week. I'll explain more in your Storm Track 7-day forecast. Art?
Ashley, thanks a lot. Breaking overnight, at least 6 people were killed in a mosque shooting in Quebec City, Canada. 8 other people were hurt. Police are now trying to figure out what led to those deadly shootings. Streets near the city's Islamic Cultural Center were blocked off as emergency crews responded. Estimates say 60 to 100 people may have been at the center at the time of the shooting. At least 2 suspects have been arrested. Canada's prime minister is calling the attack a, quote, terrorist act on Muslims. New this morning, Delta Airlines lifts a ground stop of its flights after a computer issue caused delays and cancellations last night. Delta says approximately 150 flights were canceled last night, with more expected. It's important to note that not all delays and cancellations are showing up on Delta systems, including online and at the airport. If your flight is affected, they are issuing a waiver for travel. Developing now, the Trump administration is trying to clear up confusion about an executive order on immigration. Now, under the current order, citizens from 7 countries are banned from entering the United States for 90 days while visa programs are reviewed. But the Department of Homeland Security is now revising those guidelines. Travelers from those countries will now be able to enter the U.S. given any information does not flag them as a possible security threat. Protesters across the country gathered in response to Trump's policy.
Well, the Trump administration's decision caused protests at airports across the country, including here in Birmingham. And protesters filled the halls at the Birmingham airport, marching and shouting their message, say it loud, say it clear, immigrants are welcome here. The presidents also gathered outside arrivals near baggage claim, and several people spoke to the crowd. They were joined by Black Lives Matter activists, the college students, and other citizens who opposed the executive orders.
I think they need to get to know the people behind their prejudice, because not everyone is horrible. Just like Southern whites aren't all KKK, maybe some of those other people aren't the horrible people that they've been told to think about.
Well, yesterday, President Trump released a statement saying that America is a proud nation of immigrants and that the U.S. will continue to show compassion to those feeling oppression, but must do so while protecting its own citizens and border. Birmingham wasn't the only city to see protests at its airport. This is a look at protests in Houston and Portland as well. Yesterday was the second day that protesters gathered at the Portland International Airport. And over in Houston, several people in the crowd said they had relatives who had almost completed the visa application process. We'll stay with CBS 42 and our CBS This Morning for continuing coverage and more reaction. New this morning, Starbucks says it plans to hire more refugees in response to President Trump's immigration order. Chairman and CEO Howard Schultz said the company will give jobs to 10,000 refugees in the next 5 years. The hiring will happen in all 75 countries where Starbucks operates. And Schultz also said in a memo to employees that people who serve the U.S. with troops, with U.S. troops, that is, will be hired first.
New this morning, New York Governor Andrew Cuomo is proposing new actions to protect airport workers following an attack of a Muslim worker. The governor aims to strengthen protection for all airport workers against assaults and ensure these workers will enjoy the same protections that apply to other transit workers throughout the state. This new legislation will consider an assault against an airport worker to be a Class D felony, which is punishable to a maximum of 7 years in prison. Developing now, the Hale County District Attorney's Office says that the suspect in the double murder in Moundville has died. We first told you about this as breaking news last night at 10 o'clock. The bodies of Paige Mitchell and her 14-year-old daughter Casey were found inside their home Thursday morning. 2 children found the bodies and called relatives for help. Investigators say Mitchell's ex-boyfriend Bradley Gray shot the mother and daughter, went home, then shot himself. He then went to the hospital and was transferred to UAB Hospital, where he died yesterday evening.
Well, January is almost over, which means spring break will be here before you know it. If your teenager, though, is planning a trip to the beach during spring break, there are rule changes that you need to know about. The Mountain Brook Board of Education is hosting a forum about new rules and regulations for spring break, and police officers from both Alabama and Florida will be on hand to answer questions. Now, the first session is tonight at 6:30 at the Board of Education building, and a second will be held tomorrow at Mountain Brook High School's Black Box Theater.
Well, happening today, Senator Arthur Orr and Representative Terry Collins will join members of the Alabama Civics Education Initiative Advisory Board in Montgomery, set to discuss legislation to have all Alabama high school students pass the U.S. citizenship exam before they graduate. 14 states have similar legislation. Today's meeting is set to start at 11:30 at the Alabama State House. 4:36 still ahead. There's a new push to remember Princess Diana in England coming up. What our sons want to see put at one royal castle in the country. And companies react to President Trump's immigration policies. We take a closer look right after the break.
This is the Silverado Special Edition.
This is one gorgeous truck.
Oh, did I say there was only one special edition? Because actually there's 5.
Nice. Strength and style.
Which one's your favorite?
Come home with me.
Trade up to the Silverado All-Star Edition and get an average total value of $8,150 when you find your tag. Find new roads at your local Chevy dealer.
Injured in an auto accident? Know the facts.
When Watermark Keith takes your case, you pay nothing out of pocket. We only get paid if we win a settlement for you.
Hiring a lawyer greatly increases your chance for a much larger settlement.
Watermark Keith has a proven track record of winning millions of dollars for our clients. Let us fight for you.
The fact is, you need Watermark Keith. Call 205-660-0000 because your case matters. WKFirm.com.
At McKinnon Toyota, peace of mind comes standard, but don't just take my word for it.
The experience they give you here, everyone is very, very knowledgeable. Everyone's very pleasant, very nice, very friendly. Everybody knows their job. Everybody does their job really, really well. Could not have been a better experience.
Act now and get $5,500 total savings on a new 2017 Camry.
Choosing to eat better shouldn't mean choosing to spend more. Dannon's whole milk yogurt is made with all-natural, non-GMO ingredients with vitamin D. Better food at a better cost, so we can all eat better.
When severe weather strikes, the Storm Track team mobilizes with live reports showing you where storms are headed, on air, on Facebook, and through text alerts. Severe weather coverage you can count on. The CBS 42 Storm Track team. Mike Slocum Law Firm is a proud sponsor for the CBS 42 Morning News. You're watching the CBS 42 Morning News with Art Franklin.
And we welcome you back. New this morning, many companies are reacting to President Trump's immigration policies and travel bans. Now Airbnb is offering free housing to people banned from flights to the U.S. CEO Brian Chesky made the announcement yesterday on Twitter. There is no exact timeline as to when or how the accommodation will be provided, but Chesky urged travelers who need emergency housing to contact him. Meanwhile, Uber is facing criticism for its response to the president's travel ban. They tweeted while protesters were demonstrating at New York's JFK airport, they had suspended surges for the area, which lowers the cost of a ride. Hashtag delete Uber began trending on Twitter. Some users likened the company's tweet with an attempt to rally against the protests. New this morning, it's nearly been 20 years since the death of Britain's Princess Diana. Now her sons want to honor her with a fitting tribute. Princes William and Harry are requesting a statue of their mom to be created on the grounds of Kensington Palace. A sculptor will be chosen by a special committee. Work on the statue is expected to begin soon. Princess Diana died in August of 1997 in a car crash in Paris.
Turning our attention to weather now, Storm Track meteorologist Ashley Gann joins us for another check on our Monday morning forecast. And Ashley, it's cold out there right now.
Yeah, it's a frigid start out there. I must admit, I even stayed in my car an extra couple of minutes in the parking lot this morning, bracing myself for the cold outside. Here's a live look at the skies now. We are looking at our Storm Track tower cam at Grandview, looking down Highway 280. It is definitely a cold one out there this morning, and it will remain a little on the chilly side even as we move into the day. So you can expect us to see temperatures today only in the 50-degree range. But here's where we're starting out right now. 26 in Coleman, 26 in Double Springs, 27 in Jasper, same with Gadsden with 28 in Moody. So bundle up as you're heading out there this morning. Here's an hour-by-hour breakdown of what you can expect through the early morning into the afternoon. 7 a.m. temps, 36 degrees. We'll finally be in the lower 40s by 9, 46 at 11 and lower 50s by 1 p.m. Plenty of sunshine will be found today. No signs of rain. A little bit of a warm-up, though, as we move into the middle of the week. How high will it warm up to, though? I'll have that answer coming up in your Storm Track 7-day forecast. Art?
Ashley, thanks a lot. 441, we have new information on the search for 2 missing girls. Ahead, the good news from law enforcement. And a busy road in Tuscaloosa could be seeing upgrades. We have a look at the project. That's right after the break. Stick around. This is the CBS 42 Morning News. We'll be right back.
When I take on the insurance company, I ain't settling for no small dough. I'm hunting for the big bucks. I'm Mike Slocum, the Alabama Hammer. You've been hurt in a car wreck. Let me hunt down the big bucks for you. Call me right now.
Here's another home ready to get Window World windows, and this is why they chose us.
Window World is America's #1 replacement window company. And since we sell so many windows, we can beat anybody's prices. Our windows are made right here in the USA. Energy Star rated, backed by the Good Housekeeping seal, with a lifetime transferable warranty, including glass breakage. At Window World, not only do we stand behind our windows,
we stand on them.
Call us now for your free in-home estimate.
Window World, simply the best for less.
You performed hundreds of open heart surgeries last year, but I was only worried about one.
You led dozens of cardiac research studies, but you dedicated your time to me.
Thanks to your years of experience, I've got many years left to experience.
You saved a lot of lives, but only one is my everything.
So thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for treating my heart like it was the only one. Take our cardiac health risk assessment today.
It's the 23rd anniversary of Beds Express and your chance to get up to a 65-inch TV with select sets. Save up to 50% on America's favorite brands. Sealy and Simmons Beauty Sleep Queen mattresses are just $3.99, and you can get the box spring for $23. Get a sheet set, bed frame, cover helmet, or Harmony pillow for just $23 with select sets. Tempur-Pedic pillows are 23% off. Get interest-free financing till 2023. For the sleep of your dreams, just look for the Z's. Beds Express.
Alabama, the sweetest home you'll ever know.
Experiencing the open roads of Alabama begins at your Honda dealer, and it all starts in a fuel-efficient CR-V. Better MPG and more power than the competition. Now just $199 a month or 0.9% financing.
Blacktop road, it never ends, and if it did, we'd do it again. The only place that feels like home.
See your Central Alabama Honda dealer today.
I'm possible at Herzing.
My daughter is 11 years old, and she finds it very exciting that Mom has a book bag, that we do homework together. I love Herzing because the classes are small. You develop a great relationship with your instructors. I feel like I'm getting closer to kind of my second half of my life, where I can define myself in a completely different way and kind of create a new me.
I'm possible at Herzing.
Jimmy Dean Delights Frittatas, a delicious savory egg breakfast without all the bread and carbs, made with real ingredients. An excellent source of protein to help power through your morning. Jimmy Dean Delights Frittatas.
On air, on Facebook, and through text alerts. When severe weather strikes, count on the CBS 42 Storm Track team. College football recruiting updates tonight at 6 and 10 on CBS 42. Brought to you by Alpha Insurance.
Give me my lunch money back. Where's the Alabama Hammer?
I've been standing up to bullies my whole life. Woo! Woo! I'm Mike Slocum, the Alabama Hammer. If you've been injured in a car wreck, don't let the insurance company bully you. Call me right now.
You're watching the CBS 42 Morning News with Art Franklin.
And welcome back, 445. Right now, one of Tuscaloosa's busiest intersections is getting a major overhaul thanks to the Alabama Department of Transportation. AlDOT is planning to build an elevated bridge over the intersection of Highway 69 and Skyland Boulevard. The bridge would allow Highway 69 traffic to pass through without stopping. The bridge project also includes off-ramps to allow traffic to get to Skyland Boulevard and to access Interstate 2059. It is a very busy area, and most people tell us they support the plan, but some have some reservations.
Once they start the construction, it's gonna be really congested. I mean, right now it's okay, but during school hours, rush hour, it's pretty backed up. But then when they start this new construction, it's gonna be really terrible. But at the end, like I said, it's gonna be a good thing, and I think once they finish it, it'll work itself out.
Well, AlDOT says construction could start next fall. It would take 2 to 3 years to finish, expected to cost nearly $50 million. We have new information on the search for 2 missing girls in Enterprise. We first told you about them missing as breaking news yesterday morning. Alabama law enforcement agency says Beth Fisher and Haley Paris have been found safe. They had been missing since Saturday from Enterprise.
Happening today, city leaders from the cities of Birmingham and Bessemer are set to gather for a joint press conference, and they're set to talk about a major conference coming to Birmingham. Birmingham and Bessemer have been selected to host the National League of Cities and the National Black Caucus of local elected officials. And today's press conference is set to begin at noon at the new Bessemer City Hall.
Well, one California man is ripping up the slopes this winter, but it's not what he can't do that has people talking.
Sergio Monzon is visually impaired, but that isn't keeping him from skiing, and we have the video to prove it. Monzon was a Marine serving in the military when he took a mortar round, and the blast and surgeries left his life and sight changed. But thanks to a program at Achieve Tahoe, he's getting a chance to get out in the snow and do something he never thought was possible.
If you're going to let it run in your life, or you're going to run in your life. And I decided that I'm going to do what I want to do.
Well, Monzon has been losing his vision for about a decade, but he works with a special instructor that is, to make sure that he can hit the slopes and have fun in the California snow.
Yeah, glad he's getting a chance to have some fun on the snow out there.
That's awesome. That's exciting. I'm sure it's thrilling.
Yeah, it is. Well, what's thrilling for us, we've got some sunshine more, hopefully, in store.
More sunshine, and I know it was a bit of a chilly weekend, so if you're ready for a warm-up, may not get it today, but we will tomorrow and into Wednesday. So there's some hope of some changes. I want to show you your bus stop forecast for all those parents that are up trying to get the kids up here in the next little while. As they're heading off to the bus stop this morning, they will need to bundle up. Morning temperatures will be at around 36 degrees. Now, sunshine will be filling the sky, but it's still going to be a little on the chilly side. 53 later on this afternoon. No worries of rain for your Monday, but I do anticipate that we will still remain, even at 53, a little on the cool side. So it's a long sleeve kind of a day. Don't pack the shorts for the kids today, please. Here's a look at the skies. This is your Storm Track Tower Cam high atop Red Mountain. We're looking over the twinkling lights of the city. Not a whole lot of interruption of clouds. Now, I will say, as I was driving into work this morning, though, I did see a few clouds, but they were pretty high. So I don't expect for us to see any lowering clouds, no fog to speak of. 33. Current temperature right now in Birmingham, a cold 29 with a clear sky in Anniston, right at the freezing mark of 32 in Tuscaloosa. Few clouds still hanging tough there. Otherwise, check out the chill in the air in North Alabama. Double Springs, Coleman, Cleveland, Gadsden, you're all in the mid to upper 20s right now, with some lower 30s from Birmingham down to Centerville, 33 in Alabaster with 31 in Clanton. As far as the rain goes, not going to see a whole lot of that, folks. It's staying high and dry for us. There is a little bit of a northwesterly breeze, and that's going to reinforce this very cold air. Notice back towards the Ohio Valley, that's where they're getting the snow, and there were a few moments of snow in the higher elevation elevations in the North Georgia mountains up through East Tennessee and into the Carolinas, but we're not going to see any of the white stuff here, even in the higher elevations in North Alabama. Maybe just a couple of clouds, you'll notice that there, but otherwise staying high and dry. Let me break down your day for you hour by hour. We're seeing those temperatures this morning at 36 degrees, 38 by 8 o'clock, 40 by 9, 43 at 10 o'clock, loads of sunshine. As we advance that clock till 11 a.m., temperatures are going to be in the mid-40s. Now, we will top out in the lower 50s late this afternoon, 51 by 1 o'clock and a cool 53, ample sunshine by 2 o'clock this afternoon. So you can expect to see plenty of sun today and tomorrow, but I am going to mention a small chance of rain as we head towards the end of the week and on into the weekend. Now, unsettled forecast for us as we near that end of the week, but I do want to mention mid-60s tomorrow and mid to upper 60s by your Wednesday, but then those temperatures cool back down as we move into the weekend. And that is a look at your Storm Track 7-day forecast. Art?
Ashley, thank you. 450 top TV shows take home big awards at the Screen Actors Guild in Hollywood. And the Atlanta Falcons are off to the Super Bowl. We have a look at the top headlines of the morning. That's next.
An Alabama football assistant arrested in Tuscaloosa. Those details ahead in sports.
Thanks a lot, Simone. You're watching the CBS 42 Morning News. We'll be right back, guys.
Next ET, Ryan Gosling, Kerry Washington, Meryl Streep. We're with all of Hollywood's biggest stars.
I'll take that as a win. You get ready.
Revealing the SAG Award moments you didn't see. Next ET.
Monday at 6:30 on CBS 42. 5:45 a.m. for Commute Smart Group. They carpool to save time and money. That's why they watch the CBS 42 Morning News with Art Franklin. Real-time traffic reports and storm track forecasts to keep them moving. The CBS 42 Morning News with Art Franklin.
I'm Charles Tyler Clark, and I want to speak frankly with you about Social Security disability benefits. You've worked hard in your life. You've paid into Social Security over the years, and if you truly can't work, you've earned the right to receive that disability benefit. Just because someone in the government denied your claim doesn't mean they're right, and you shouldn't let anything stop you from appealing their decision. Don't give up. Call us today. Let us fight for what you deserve.
Where does it come from? The drive to be the first female official in the NFL. It starts inside.
That's why every cup of Activia yogurt is made with billions of our exclusive probiotic to help care for what's inside. Activia, it starts inside.
This is the Silverado Special Edition.
This is one gorgeous truck.
Oh, did I say there was only one special edition? Because actually there's 5. Strength and style. Which one's your favorite?
Come home with me.
Trade up to the Silverado All-Star Edition and get an average total value of $8,150 when you find your tag. See your Heart of Alabama Chevy dealers.
It's the Eco Savings Race, 5th edition, and it's your opportunity to learn new financial tips every week. Join us this Monday during the CBS 42 News at 5 for the Eco Savings Race here on CBS 42. Mike Slocum Law Firm is a proud sponsor for the CBS 42 Morning News. You're watching the CBS 42 Morning News with Art Franklin.
4:53, welcome back. If you're just joining us, here's a look at some of the top stories this morning. First, it was a big night at the SAG Awards in Hollywood. Denzel Washington, Emma Stone, and Viola Davis were just some of the stars to take home film awards. The top TV awards went to the cast of Orange is the New Black and Stranger Things. And that night was even topped off by a little political talk. Contestants in Miss Universe 2017 take to the stage in the Philippines. 86 women gathered to compete in this year's contest. A coronation is set for today. In her speech, Miss USA Deshauna Barber emphasized the importance of humility for women. And the Atlanta Falcons are officially on their way to the Super Bowl. This is a look at that big send-off party yesterday afternoon. The team has actually now arrived in Houston, Texas, and CBS 42 will be bringing you full highlights. Now here's Simone Eli with a look at your top morning sports headlines.
Well, more changes coming to Alabama's coaching staff this offseason. A third offensive assistant is on his way out. This time it's wide receivers coach Billy Napier. Napier is leaving to become the next offensive coordinator at Arizona State. That job came open after Chip Lindsey left for Auburn. As I mentioned, Napier is the third offensive assistant to leave Alabama. Of course, Lane Kiffin, now the head coach at Florida Atlantic, and Mario Cristobal, the OC at Oregon. And speaking of Bama coaches, assistant strength coach Josh Chapman was arrested yesterday morning and charged with DUI in Tuscaloosa. Chapman played for the Tide from 2007 to 2011 and spent 3 years with the Colts. Chapman graduated from Hoover High School. Now, 8 SEC schools are ranked in the top 25 in gymnastics. It's safe to say the Southeastern Conference dominates the sport, including 5th-ranked Alabama and number 16 Auburn. The Tide and Tigers going head-to-head yesterday in Legacy Arena. Auburn's Kelsey Kopech with a nice front giant swing and release before transitioning to the low bar. She did fantastic on the bars. Now, Kiana Winston for Alabama with an impressive back-to-back skills on the beam. She scored the highest for the Tide there. Auburn's MJ Rott with a great pass on the floor to pace Auburn in that event, but Alabama closed out strong on the floor. Here's Aja Sims with a meet-high score of 9.975. Her routine was great. Alabama goes on to beat Auburn in this year's Elevate the Stage meet.
Yeah, I thought we started strong. We came in, that was our mission, is to come in and have a lot of energy. We were fatigued. You know, this team's been on the road 8 days out of the last 12, and I think we've had 2 practices in 2 weeks, so it's asking a lot.
And that these ladies have it. They have what it takes to be successful, to take us all the way to the end. We just have to continue to believe and execute it every single day, and then let the cards fall the way they fall.
To the hardwood now, women's basketball Iron Bowl action in the first. Mia Knight drives and finishes the tough basket. Bama would lead by 1 at the half. To the third now, Shakira Wade knocks down the triple. The Tide still in control as we head to the final quarter. But the fourth belonged to Auburn, Janiah McKay. She gets 2 here. She would have 26 for the Tigers as Auburn comes back to beat Alabama 66-55, the final at Coleman. And that's all for sports. Guys, back to you.
Simone, thanks a lot. 4:56, and coming up all new at 5. One City wants to be the first to create a dog park. Britt Moore has new information just ahead. Plus, we'll continue to track the latest on airport protests across the country. Stay with us. You're watching the CBS 42 Morning News. We'll be right back.